Hi fellow flowers, Violet here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this spiral stitch keychain. So I kind of actually went crazy with this stitch and I made a whole bunch of this spiral stitch keychain. If you're following me on Instagram or TikTok or even Facebook, you'll know that I've been cranking away at making these. And really it's just because it's been kind of my favorite stitch to just discover. There's obviously the classic spiral stitch, which is what I'll be showing you today, and that's where you have the alternating colors right when you start. So you see blue, yellow, blue, and then same thing here, the colors are alternating, and that's how you get the traditional spiral stitch. But if you do kind of a little bit of a change up and do all 3 and 3, or this one where you do kind of just every other one, you get some really interesting designs out of the keychain, and it's been really fun to just discover what kind of things kind of pop up and are made with this stitch. It's not even a necessarily new stitch, it's just that I've just been discovering all the new things that you can do with it. The kind of first thing that I want to point out is that how you start your stitch is going to determine the pattern that you get for the rest of the lanyard. So as I mentioned before, for the traditional spiral, to get something like this, you want to start your colors by alternating them along the body. For this one, to get kind of more of a kiwi stitch, you have an accent color in the middle, an accent color on the end, and then black and black on both sides. And that's the same thing that I have on this one that I'm working on here too. Came out a little bit different, but you see you get so many interesting designs out of this keychain, which is kind of why I've just been quietly obsessing over all the different types of keychains. Here's a zigzag one that I did, and another zigzag one that I am almost done with. I honestly did make this video and then realized that I didn't like the colors that I was using for it, so we are refilming this video, and you'll see that for this one I'm going to be using blue and black, so that way you can really see the spiral stitch come through. Enough rambling for now. Let's get into how to make the spiral stitch. Okay, so as for materials, you'll want to start off with a key ring or a key hook. I have this one here, which I really like to use for larger wall lanyards. If you're using fewer than 6 strings, you can probably get away with using something more like your traditional key ring, but you'll want to start off with your key ring. And for this particular spiral stitch, you'll want to use 3 of one color and 3 of your other color. And as mentioned, we want to alternate the colors when we start. Now, the length doesn't really matter all that much, as long as all 6 of your strings, or 8 or 10, however many you're using, as long as all the strings are the same length, you should be good to go for this stitch. For this one, I'm using about 50 inches of string. So each string is cut to 50 inches. And the first step is to fold all of my strings in half. So holding the ends in one hand, gathering the other ends in my other hand, and then I'll pass them all to my dominant hand and use my non-dominant hand to find the midpoint of all the strings. Now, it's okay if it's not completely perfect. We can even this out in a moment. And next, we want to gather that key ring and just feed all the strands through that key ring at that midpoint. And if you want to double check, you can grab all the ends again and pull the key ring to make sure that you're centered out. Now, the next step is we need to alternate all of those strings. So we want to have that blue, black kind of pattern going. So I'll turn one of these strings here. These black strands, we'll turn that so that it's passing vertically up and down, like so. And then you'll see that I have horizontally, the rest of my strands are alternating colors. So I have blue, black, blue, and then I turned one of the strings to be going perpendicular to all of that, and this one is a black. So I have 3 and 3, and I'm starting the lanyard off like this. Now I need to create what is essentially like a super brick. So to do that, I'm going to just place my thumb down to kind of hold all the strands in place, and I can pull these strings through my finger just so I can get some better eyes on them. And the first step is we need to make 2 primary loops. Now for this one, we'll just start with this black strand up here, and I'm going to fold it down to the bottom left, and I'll use my ring finger to hold it there. And then with the other side of that same black string, I'm going to fold it up to the top right, like so. And you kind of want to use your pointer or grow another finger, I don't know, just figure out a way to hold it down so we have 2 loops. Now the next thing is we're going to start with the blue cord here. So you'll see it's okay if they get kind of disheveled, you can always put them back, but you'll see I have this kind of sequence here. I blue, then black, then blue, then black, then blue. So I need to weave all of these side strings in that same order, but we're going to alternate sides. So I'll start with this side, then move to that side, then this side, and that side, and that, and so on. So I'll start with this blue strand here, and I'm going to pass over this first black strand and cross underneath the second and pull that through. And next we will do the same, but with that blue from the other side, like I mentioned. We'll bring this over the first black, underneath the second, crossing to the right now. And you'll see that they are crossing in opposite directions. And if we stopped here and pulled everything tight, we'd have a box stitch, but we have 4 more rows of strings to do. So let's go ahead and do that. With this black row, we want to form. With the black row next, we want to go over and under just as we did before with the blue. So over the first black strand closest to it, underneath the second, and pull that through. And then we'll move to the black strand, which was on the left, and we'll pass this one to the right, over and under. Okay, next up we have another blue row. So let's go ahead and weave the blue row next, over and under to the left, then find the other blue strand, which is actually this one here, and we'll weave over and under but to the right. Like so. Now I have black, over and under, and the black from the other side, and now finally for this last blue row, over and under to the left. And this one here, we'll do the same thing, over and under to the right. Okay. And you want to make sure that all of your strings are nice and flat, nothing's twisted or curled. And then gather all of the strands, and using like your pointer on your thumb, pull on those main strands and then pull on the horizontal. And you can pull on the mains again, then pull on the horizontal until they are nice and flat. So now you have your stitch started, and before you move on, you want to just make sure that all of the strings are the same length. So you'll see that they're uneven here. I have one strand which is a little bit longer, and if I hold on to this, I can tell that it's this strand. So I'll just loosen it up a little bit over here to try and move that slack to the other side. So loosen it up, pull the other side of it, measure again. A little bit closer. We try that one more time. Oh, I actually overcorrected. Just kidding. Just kind of play with it until you get all of your strings nice and even. So we'll do that for all of the strands. Make sure everything is folded and we're working from the midpoint of all of the strands. So now we are ready to actually do the spiral stitch, and you'll notice that I have a main string here, it's the black right now, But for the spiral stitch, you actually are changing up your main string. It's kind of like the pineapple stitch where you're changing which string you're using as your main strand, except in this case, we're going to be using these outermost horizontal strands. So let's go ahead and do that. So instead of using these black ones and making 2 loops either that way or that way, we're going to use the blue, and we'll make a loop by bringing this top left blue down in between the black and the blue here. And then for this bottom blue, we'll fold this up in between the black and the blue here, like so. So now I have 2 loops that I'm working with. And since this is no longer a main strand, it's a horizontal strand, I'm going to pass it over and under these blue loops. So always starting from the right, cross over the first blue loop and underneath the second, which is farthest away. And then we'll move on to the next black, which is over on the left here, over and under, but passing towards the right. And we can repeat that process for all of our subsequent rows. So back to the right, pulling from this blue, cross over and under to the left, and then we'll gather the next blue, and cross over and under to the right. Now for the black, so, and we're going to pull it all tightly together now. So pulling on those 2 main strands, then pull the horizontal strands, and pull the main ones. And just make it nice and snug. Okay, so now you'll see that the lanyard looks kind of like warped a little bit, and that's because we just did a spiral stitch. But now I'm going to do a diagonal stitch, and I'm going to keep this as my main strand for now. I'm going to bring this down to the bottom left, and this one will fold to the top right. And now we'll weave starting from the top right again with this black strand here, over and under, passing towards the left, and pretty much the same procedure as we just did, except the only thing that changed was our main strings. And you'll notice that as this stitch goes on, you're pretty much just repeating those steps. Do a spiral stitch, then do a diagonal stitch, then a spiral, then a diagonal, and that's how you're going to get the spiral effect on your lanyard. Okay, so now we're going to repeat that, but instead I'm going to be using black this time. So time to form 2 new loops, 2 new primary loops using the black strands, like so. And then we'll pass all of these side strands over and under. Down. Now, if you were to put this down and walk away and you were like, wait, did I just do a spiral stitch or did I just do a diagonal stitch? And if you can't remember, you can pull up a little bit on this main string that you have here. You see I have a black main strand. So when I lift up and I look at what color was my main string from before, I see that it was blue. So I know that I had just done a spiral stitch. But if you had lifted it up and you saw that it was black, then you would know that you were on a diagonal stitch. So we'll do another diagonal stitch here. And that's really all there is to it. You'll just keep repeating the spiral stitch and the diagonal stitch until it comes together. And once you're ready to finish this thing, you can either tie a knot or just trim off the strings, but I will post a link down below to my finishing knot video if you want to check that out. But there you have it. That is the spiral stitch. I hope this video helped kind of demystify and introduce you to all of the wonders behind this fun stitch. Thank you so much for watching. Keep blooming, and I will see you all in the next one.